93.1 KSTV. It's time for the Coach Ronnie Hearne radio show on the exclusive home of Tarleton Athletics on 93.1 KSTV Country. Coming up, a recap of last week's game, a preview of upcoming opponents, and so much more. Now, let's head into the lobby at First Financial Bank and join the voice of the Texans, Mike Young, who's alongside the 11-year head coach of the Texans, Ronnie Hearne.
And where did they put the Christmas tree? There's snow outside, and I don't see a Christmas tree anywhere.
Well, we took ours down.
Yeah, I did too, mine.
I think it was a couple of days ago, and I took my lights down about a week ago, but we did get our Christmas tree down a little bit earlier this year.
Welcome to the Ronnie Hearne Show here at First Financial Bank. We're live on the loop. Yeah, it's a very cold day outside, so come on inside. Very warm in here. Papa John's Pizza in the house, 18 degrees outside, the wind chill of 3. That's even better for a reason to come in here and talk Texans basketball, get some pizza, and got some things to give away as well. But let's start with last night, which I don't know if you could match that kind of atmosphere last night. 3,300 plus people in Wisdom Gym, an absolutely monster win in overtime against Midwestern. How much better does it get?
It was really a great night, Mike. I told our players right before the tip-off, I said, isn't this a great atmosphere to play a college basketball game in? And I told them to enjoy it, go out and play with a lot of confidence. And it was just a great night for Texan basketball, for our players, our fans. Just a great night.
Great for the alumni, great for the broadcasters, too. We love that kind of atmosphere as well. Well, of the games that we've seen Kiara Wright play, and I've seen her for the last 2 years, 35 points and 21 rebounds. She took the game over down the stretch, and especially that was impressive since Kathy Thomas and Brianna Bledsoe had fouled out.
Right. She got some big defensive rebounds. Her teammates got her the ball. She made some clutch free throws at the end, and a big night for Kiara.
And you know, there was another strong game for Megan Odell. Raven McGrath had another good game. You can't say enough, though, about Kathy Thomas and Shanae Lawrence, who both could not come to shoot around early in the morning because they were feeling so ill. And yet Kathy Thomas had 7 points and 7 rebounds. Shanae had 4 blocks, including a monster on the at the end of the game on Andrea Carter, which caused me to lose my voice a little bit on that one. So considering what they went through in the morning, they really stepped up.
Definitely. They were vomiting, had a virus. I think stayed in bed most of the day, and then they definitely came ready to play, and under the circumstances really played well. You look at the stats and see that Kathy had 7 defensive rebounds. That's from the guard position. That was tremendous. And then Shanae did a great job defensively, and I think had 4 or 5 block shots and got that big block that you talked about. Shanae made some clutch free throws at the end, and so that's tremendous for them. A lot of players wouldn't have suited out, and they came and played one of the best teams in our conference, and really made a difference in the game. Those 2 young ladies, for sure.
How were they after the game?
They were pretty happy after the game.
Well, we knew that.
I haven't seen them today and talked to them since we, talked to the team right after the game. So they're probably feeling better today, probably, after that game, and having another day to kind of recuperate from their virus. So hopefully we're going to practice at 4:30 today. Hopefully they're feeling good today.
As a head coach, that's got to make you feel so wonderful knowing that not only has your team bought into your system, but they're going beyond that. They're giving out everything they possibly have.
Definitely, and I think it's just all about the team and their teammates, and they want to do whatever it takes to be there for their team.
Well, you're chasing West Texas now. West Texas is a nationally ranked team as well. They're up in the top 5. So, getting to the number 1 is going to be difficult enough because there's not that many games left in conference. So, when you think about that, securing the number 2 seed is an extra imperative going into the Lone Star Conference tournament, meaning that if you get the number 2, then you wouldn't face West Texas until the very end, right when you want them.
That's right, and we'll be playing the number 7 seed our first game instead of like a 4 or 5, 6 seed.
That's right.
There's a lot of good teams, and you just take Cameron, the team that we're playing Saturday. To me, they're a very dangerous team. and they certainly were when they played us.
Yeah, they were.
And there's a fine line there between, really having a great season or having a good season, or maybe a good season, a mediocre season. And, they came into conference and they'd already won 8 games before they started conference. And now they've only won 1. And for whatever reason, they're not up there in the top 3 or 4, like I think they should be as far as their talent is concerned. And so we can't worry about West Texas. We got to worry about Cameron for sure.
Absolutely. Let's take a look back at Monday's game in Denton against the Pioneers. Seems like things were just going against you from the start, even before you got to the gym, because you had a travel delay getting to the game thanks to some of those extra talented DFW drivers who blocked up the roads turning over trucks and things. So you were a little bit late getting there, and consequently the Texans fell behind by 18. I thought they made a heck of a rally to get to 2, but just couldn't pull it out at the end.
They did. We were down 18, 15 minutes left in the game, and made a tremendous comeback. We went to a full court press and really picked up our intensity defensively, and unfortunately we just put a scare into Texas Women's. I think if we'd had another minute maybe, we'd actually won that game. So we kind of ran out of time there at the end, and ran out of timeouts. And
that's another point.
And that's another point.
Yeah.
A couple of intentional fouls weren't called. So some things. Even though we made that great comeback, a few things went against us there at the end, and we weren't able to pull it off. And we didn't shoot particularly well. We shot 33% from the field. We shot 20% from the three-point line, 63% from the free throw line. And, we allowed them to shoot 50% from the field and 45% from the three-point line. So defensively, it wasn't a good game for us, and certainly offensively, it wasn't a good game.
Now, for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about with the timeouts and things, there was a scoring error that was made up in Denton that took a key timeout away from the Texans when they really could have used it with about 20 seconds left to go. And instead, we're told that you didn't have any timeouts left. Did you ask for a timeout in that situation and we're told, no, you don't have them?
Yeah, I was telling Kathy to call a timeout, and she was telling me that the referee said we didn't have any left. And of course, referees are supposed to come to the bench when you call your last one and let you know it's your last one. They didn't do that. And there was a stoppage of play, I think around 15:30 of the second half, where the referee went to the monitor. And the Texas women's scorekeeper gave us a timeout when the referee came to the monitor. So it was just a clerical error with the Texas women's scorekeeper.
Is there anything you can do about that, or is it just all done now?
Yeah, you can't do anything about it now.
I didn't think so.
Once the game's over, and the referee says the game's over, it's over.
It's over.
Right.
It's the Ronnie Hearne Show here live from First Financial Bank on the loop in Stephenville. It's cold outside. It's affecting me, I guess. Snowy, cold, 3 degrees, wind chill outside. Come on in, get some hot Papa John's pizza. We're giving some things away as well. But you can't get to that unless you come here. So, with that in mind, we'll return right after this. And back we are. It's the Ronnie Hearne Show here at First Financial Bank, live from the Loop in Stephenville. So come on inside, just like you heard a moment ago, Papa John's Pizza in the house. I wonder if they put jalapenos on the pizza today because it's so cold outside. Probably wouldn't hurt.
I don't know, but that'd be nice. I guess kind of warm you up a little bit.
Yeah, I have a rule. Never have jalapenos when it's 40 degrees or less.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go above that, you're just asking for trouble. That's all it is to it.
Okay.
Hey, you had 3 teams that you played here in the 5-day period, 3 games. And we've talked about 2 of them. The one that we haven't talked about yet is the Commerce team that you played on Saturday. And possibly the best 3-win team in the nation.
Right. They were 3-15 at the time. I guess I think they're 4-17 now.
Yeah, they did win. We'll talk about that too.
Okay. And then, they're very talented, athletic. I think they got a fairly good lead on us there in the first half. I think we came out and played a lot better second half. I think we shot 41% that first half and was 0 for 6 from the three-point line. Second half, we shot 52%, was 4 for 8 from the three-point line. So we had a much better second half, and were able to, pull out a win. We had 4 girls in double figures. Kathy had 13, Brianna 18, Kara 15, Shanae had 15. And we played a tough team, and we were able to come out ahead of them. And we're going to have to go to Commerce, our last conference game, so that's going to be a game we're definitely going to have to be ready for.
All right, well, one of the things that has been kind of a bugaboo for you has been the three-point shooting, because some nights it's on, some nights it's off. I don't know if there's any way to tell just what's going to happen where.
I don't know. We probably just need to shoot less three-pointers.
Well, I guess that would do it too.
Shoot more two-point shots. And, last night at Midwestern, we didn't shoot very many last night. I'm trying to find that stat, but we shot less three-pointers last night. And we were 4 for 9 from the three-point line. So sometimes I think we look for them a little bit too much and take a hurried shot, maybe, or a guarded three-point shot when we need to slow it down a little bit and kind of let the game come to us and take the three-point shots when they're there. Because when you got great post players like we do with Shanae and Kiera, they definitely need to be working the ball more inside as opposed to looking for three-point shots.
Kiera has taken a couple of 15-footers out here, and she made one of them. Now, is that something that you've kind of tried to incorporate into her game, or did Kiera just say, I think I can make that, let me try it?
Well, Coach Dacus works with the post players, and I think he's really done a good job with them as far as working on the 12, 15-foot shot from the free throw line, elbow, short corner. And I know he does that a lot in his drills with the post players, and I think they got a little more confidence this year.
I noticed Shanae has also taken a couple of shots from 15, 16 feet, and she's hitting them too.
Right, and people are going to back off of us, and a lot of times we're a high-low post, where one post player is at the high post, the other at the low post, and they back off of the high post, and it makes it hard to get it inside from that spot. So they need to take that shot when they're open.
Yeah, well, if you're hitting that shot, they can't collapse down under.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, as far as the games go last night, let's take a quick look. Let me get your take on them here. West Texas A&M absolutely manhandled, or woman-handled, I guess, Angelo State 95-56. Is anything going to slow that train down?
Well, hopefully here in a couple of weeks, the Texans will slow that train down. I'm not sure exactly when we play them, but it's here in a couple of weeks. We'll have them at home, and I definitely feel like we'll play a whole lot better than we did that first time. But I think they blew out Angelo State when they played at Angelo. I don't know if it was that many points, but it was pretty close to that. And
right.
Angelo plays a 2-3 zone, and WT's got a lot of great outside shooters.
Well, the one thing that did you in with WT is they were hitting three-pointers like crazy. They were hitting like layups out in the first half of that game.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Sorry to bring that up.
We got out of that zone and went man-to-man.
All right, other games from last night, it was A&M Commerce winning 67-56 over Cameron. A&M Commerce apparently started to get their act together a little bit, and that's good for them heading into tournament time. Cameron, on the other hand, I don't quite know what to make of them because they walked into Wisdom Gym and they beat us, and they seem like a Jekyll and Hyde team.
They do, because I know the other night, I think they played at Midwestern, and they lost by 1 at Midwestern.
Yeah.
So they're a very, very capable team, and like I said earlier, it's a fine line sometimes between really having a great season and maybe a mediocre season.
Mm-hmm. And Kingsville beat Eastern New Mexico last night, 72-56. For Kingsville, we played them already, and we played well against them. And Eastern New Mexico, they were very, very physical. Is Eastern New Mexico maybe physicaling themselves out?
I sure hope so, because we got to go to Portales here pretty soon, and that game was in Portales, and for Kingsville to come out of there with a 72-56 win. Kingsville must have really played well.
They must have, that's for sure. So those are the games from last night. So the standings look like this morning. West Texas A&M now 9-0 in conference, 18-1 for the year. They've won their last 11. And then the Texans are 2 games. Well, actually, they are 2.5 games behind West Texas at 7-3 in conference, 16-4 overall. And then TWU is right on the heels of the Texans at 6-4 in conference, 10-9 overall. And then you have Midwestern State, Angelo State. They're both at 5-5. So those appear to be the front runners ganging up together, if you will, trying to get the highest seeds they possibly can here. Let's start with West Texas, and we've already talked about them, about 9-0 and 18-1. But you think that you have a shot against them?
Definitely. I know our players are really going to be up for that game. I know there's going to be a big crowd here, like there was last night, and I just feel like we're going to be better prepared for them this time.
TWU at 6-4, the dark horse of the field. They're only one game behind.
Right. I think it was about 4 years ago when we had the North and South divisions. I think they finished 4th in the North Division, and they came into the Lone Star Conference tournament and won that tournament. And they're a very capable team. They're playing well right now. They're going to be a team, that's going to have a chance to move up in the seedings, and they're playing well right now, so that they could be, on a roll when it comes to the Lone Star Conference tournament.
Midwestern State at 5-5. That would surprise a few people here. It appears they've had a few tough losses. We beat them twice, and it's been close games both times. Are they just not getting the breaks right now?
I don't know. Back when we had the preseason poll, whenever that was, back in early November, they were picked to win the conference. You would have never thought at this time of the season that they'd be 5-5 right now in the conference. So they're probably not quite playing up to their potential right now, but they're a very dangerous team, a very athletic, well-coached team. And the conference tournament's really going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of good teams there, a lot of teams that aren't seeded high that's going to have a good chance to do well in the conference tournament.
And the other team at 5-5 is Angelo State, and we know they have talent out there, but they seem to fall in the same category as Midwestern State.
Right. They're 5-5, and I haven't really kept up with them too much lately. Evidently, they don't match up very well against West Texas, but
not many have.
They match up well against a lot of other teams in our conference, and Eastern New Mexico is tied with them in the loss column. They're 4-5.
Correct.
And we saw when we played Eastern what a good team, how much they've improved, what a good team they have this year.
Very true. Then you have Eastern New Mexico 4-5, Kingsville at 3-6. Commerce has now moved up. They've won their fourth game at 4-7. Then you have Cameron on the outside looking in. Cameron's the one team right now that won't make the tournament unless they get their act together in a hurry.
Right, and they go to Texas Women's tonight and play tonight at Texas Women's. So, we talked about it. Texas Women's really has an advantage with the schedule. Lone Star Conference gave us this year. So, I think I looked at Texas Women's schedule the other day. I think their last 8 games, they got 6 of them at home. So they really got an advantage there.
Boy, sometimes it's sweet, that's for sure. Yeah. It's the Ronnie Hearne Show, live from First Financial Bank in Stephenville. Come on down. We got some things to give away. Also have some Papa John's pizza in the house. And we'll talk about Cameron. We got to go up there on Saturday when we return. That's the Ronnie Hearne Show, live at First Financial Bank. Mike Young here. The Tarleton softball team hosting a tournament this weekend. You can go down and watch them and listen to us while we're in Oklahoma. So the games are all day Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Texans will be playing Saturday 10 a.m. and 8 p.m., Sunday at 12:30 and 8 p.m., and Monday 5:30 and 8 p.m. So on Saturday, take your radio with you, and we will talk to you and hope that the Julie Mata's crew comes up with some wins. Let's talk really quickly about Cameron, the next opponent. We go to Oklahoma to play them. One conference win. Unfortunately, that was against us. It seems like they've got our number. Is that an accurate assessment?
They won 2 in a row. I remember the one down there last year.
Yeah.
I remember that one. I think we lost by 2 or 3, and then we lost this one this year. So it does look right now like they have our number. Of course, Midwestern had our number last year. And,
4 times.
It kind of looks like we have their number this year. So things can turn around, and I definitely feel like our players are really going to get prepared and get pumped up for the game Saturday.
I was going to ask, this is an afternoon game. Good, bad, no feeling anyway?
Fine, we'll be back home a lot earlier, which is always good. And so 2 o'clock's fine with me.
And finally, Kiara Wright again moved up the scoring charts again. passing Diana May for 5th in the all-time list. She's now 52 points behind Shelby Adamson for 4th. We're talking some pretty serious company here.
Right, and I think in the Commerce game she passed Misty Wilson.
Yes, she did.
In the Commerce game, so she's passed some really good players here lately in the scoring column. And of course, rebounding, I think she has a chance maybe to be the all-time rebounder since we've gone NCAA. So, you know, she's just going to hopefully just keep playing like she's been playing, and our other players are going to continue to work hard and get better and get her the basketball. And that's one thing, you know, that Kiera realizes, and our fans and everybody else need to realize. When she gets that many points, it's normally because somebody gave her the basketball.
That's right.
And I know late in that Midwestern game, Megan Odell drove the baseline and threw Kiera a little touch pass. Kiera had a wide open layup, and I felt like that was really a key point during that game. And, you know, Kathy and Raven Bree, you know, all our teammates do a good job getting her the basketball.
Watching Kiera for the first time in the first year, do you have any inclination that this could happen now here in her senior year? She's passing everybody in sight.
Well, I've told this story in the past. Coach Wilson went to watch her play in a tournament, I think at Sherman or Denison, when she was a senior. She texted me and said she's a beast on the boards, and that certainly came true, because she is a beast on the boards. But to be able to have the overall game that she has now, you know, it was really hard to see that when she was a freshman, but we can certainly see that now.
Well, was she out of shape or just came in with a different body style?
well, yeah.
Or both.
You know, she's a guy. I could say some things that I can't say about a young lady, but she definitely wasn't in shape when she came here. I'll say that.
It's an amazing sight, that's for sure. It's the Ronnie Hearne Show live at First Financial Bank. When we come back, we'll give some things away. That's up next. It is the Ronnie Hearne Show live at First Financial Bank. Don't forget, you can get tickets to the Lone Star Conference Tournament coming up in Allen in March. Just go on down to the Texans or Texans, either one, because we're both going, to the ticket office and make your purchases. Make sure you get it done now. Let's get some things away.
All right, the first winner is one of our ball girls, Maya Wilson.
Maya Wilson. Well.
Hopefully she's going to be a future Texan, because she's definitely going to be able to play college basketball one of these days.
Well, she's got the right genes.
I promise you that.
That's for sure.
She does.
Got herself a T-shirt.
All right. Our next winner is Patty Jones, one of the great fans of the Texans and Texans.
Yeah, put that Dr. Pepper down, Patty.
All right.
Go get you something here. And she strolls up, and she takes the 6 of diamonds. No, wait. Okay, one has. Okay.
All right, our other winner is Dolores Starr.
Dolores Starr. Pick one, Dolores. And got herself a Tarleton basketball T-shirt.
All right.
Very, very excellent.
I was at Cisco Junior College for 21 years, and Dolores is from Cisco, and we had adopted parents for all of our players, and she was one of our adopted parents and came to all our games, was a great fan, and really appreciate Dolores.
So she has probably seen more of your wins than anybody else.
She's seen a lot of them.
Yeah, because you got over 1,000.
She's seen a lot of them.
Boy, that's worth digging into for some information there. Yeah. That's for sure. All right, so we're leaving Saturday morning for Cameron.
Leave at 8 a.m.
All right.
Stop in Wichita Falls, get a little pregame meal, and then head up to Cameron and Lawton. Play at 2 o'clock, and then play at 4. So we'll get home early Saturday night, and hopefully it'll be a good trip home.
And what will be the keys now to winning in Lawton?
Well, Coach Wilson, Coach Dacus, and I watched quite a bit of video this morning on Cameron. And, we got to keep them out of the middle. They really did a good job driving in the middle of the lane. And our help wasn't always there. So we got to have our help side defense where it belongs. So I think a big key is stopping all that middle drives that they did on us. And I thought last night, we didn't stop every drive by Midwestern, but I thought we did a better job, especially on the on-ball scrums last night. So we're going to do a lot better job defending them Saturday, and I think that's the big key.
It can get pretty loud in Cameron. Has that been discussed?
It's a small gym. The lighting's not just really good. You know, it's kind of the old school type gym, and the kind of gyms that some of us old timers, played in back in the day. It kind of smells like a gym, but it doesn't have the intimidating atmosphere that Wisdom Gym has. So we're going to go down there and be prepared to play.
All right, well, let's go down and get a W.
All right, thank you, Mike.
Ronnie Hearne, the head coach of the Texans. Our broadcast 1:45 Saturday afternoon here on KSTV, the Mighty 93. This has been the Ronnie Hearne Show from First Financial Bank. We will see you Saturday at 1:45.